The first state in the nation to end cash bail.
That means money is no longer a factor in whether someone charged with a crime should be released. CBS 2's Chris Ty live outside criminal court with more on the new criteria judges will use to determine who should ultimately be detained. Chris?
Joe and Marie, folks who really cover this stuff very closely every day say this is the biggest change to Illinois' court system in a generation. First appearance hearings that used to be 2 to 3 minutes, now lasting 10 to 12 minutes so judges can get a better picture of whether or not these individuals should be held before trial or released. It is putting new pressure on Illinois' court system. So far, things going smoothly here at 26th and Cal. And the big question as to whether or not this will make us all safer, likely still years before that comes back. The nation is watching as Illinois removes money from the equation that determines who should and shouldn't remain behind bars ahead of trial.
The decision about whether somebody is going to be incarcerated pre-trial is probably one of the most important decisions that can happen in a criminal case. It's probably second to only straight innocence or guilt.
Inside court at 26th and Cal, grizzled judges were observing in jury boxes as the new normal rolled out.
This is the most significant change of procedure that frankly has occurred in my career. I've never seen such a change of this magnitude that basically turned the system upside down.
Let's try and turn what's at play right side up. One of the first hearings in what was once bond court was the case of Cortez Murphy. Prosecutors said Murphy, who was on an electronic ankle monitor for a burglary charge, damaged the monitor last week and fled from police as his bracelet siren activated. Then he hid behind a fridge to avoid capture and had 4 instances in his past of failure to appear in court. His defense attorneys countered that he was trying to see an aunt who has since died. He was found in the home of a relative ahead of starting a new job next week. With those factors at play, the judge ruled he was a high-level flight risk and his release was denied. Details, not dollars, determining he will stay locked up.
Are people safer from today on, or were we safer from yesterday back as to what the old system provided? And it's going to take months, if not years, to determine which system works better.
As for the thousands in Illinois sitting in jail only because they can't afford bail, they are required to have a hearing within 90 days, and depending on the charge, as soon as 7 days.
We stand ready to either file a motion or do whatever the client thinks is in his or her best interest.
We walked you through that one case of the gentleman who was detained, not released because of that ankle monitoring situation. There was another case of a woman who allegedly pepper sprayed a police officer during this weekend's Mexican Independence Day celebrations. She was released with a warning from the judge. So a little snapshot of both sides of the aisle here. And experts say over time, as real-world cases like these give us a signal of what's working and what's not, the Safety Act likely to be amended. Live at 26th and Cal, Chris Ty, CBS 2 News. Joe and Marie.